Well, hello world. What's today? June 2nd,
Second.
2025. And we're here with Jeff Meier out in Montana. Now, Montana has 3 qualifiers. Jeff Meier is one of them. And we're in the North Rocky Mountain region for the World Cup. And Jeff, congratulations, making it to the finals there.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to, Jeff's going to fly in the morning. Looking forward to seeing his family of birds. Now tell us, Jeff, where and when did you get into rollers, or who got you
Well,
into
I
it?
had pigeons, of course, like everybody when I was a kid, but I was working as a feed salesman here in Columbus, and the kid that used to work for me kept coming in buying wheat. And one day I said, "What are you feeding, chickens or what?" He said, "No, pigeons." And I said, "What kind of pigeons?" He said, "Roller pigeons." I said, "You got roller pigeons?" I didn't know anybody in Columbus had a roller pigeon, but I said, "Do you think your dad would sell any?" He said, "I think he'd give them all to you." So I got a hold of his dad. He was tired of the hawks eating him alive. So I went over there one night. He caught babies on the floor, birds off the nest, a whole bunch of rollers. And I used to raise quarter horses, and I had a foaling stall over in the barn, 12 by 12, and I wired it in, and so I dumped them all in there and put them on a self feeder because I was spreading fertilizer in the spring too, so I didn't have going 16 hours a day, so I just self fed them and watered them, and boy, I had them a while. I thought I better fly them. They were so fat they just flew up on the roof, and you couldn't rock them off the roof. So.
And who's this? Who's this?
Well, the
You
guy.
remember the name?
He's not part of the roller world or anything. He had rollers, and he knew some of the guys. Gary Barris was one that he knew. Gary just doesn't fly anymore, but he told me about this guy in Billings that had roller pigeons. And so I looked him up, went and saw him, and he gave me a bulletin. Well, my daughter lived in Vegas, so I went to visit my daughter, and I called Don McCauley, and at first I thought Don was a lot different than he is because we'd just been hit by the feds. He didn't know me from Sikkim, and I called him and wanted to come see his birds. Well, he wasn't having none of that. So George Ruiz, I went to George's house, and he flew birds for me. He gave me a whole kit, and those birds is what I first qualified with. They were Higgins and Reed red birds, and Eldon Cheney was the judge when I qualified with those birds, but they didn't hold over very good. And Don McCauley had the same thing. He said some of those birds were the best he ever had, but they didn't fly good the next year. So, long story short, I ended up finding other guys, and Gary Barris's friend in Billings told me about Rick Cheney. So I called Rick and wanted to buy some birds. He said, "Well, I don't have any right now, but," he said, "there's another guy here, Rich Hayes, is always raising birds. He might have some." So I got 2 pair from Rich. That was the year before he won the world, and I didn't have very good luck with them. I lost 3 of the 4 birds due to different. Somehow the cockbird one got away, and the hen went nuts and broke her eggs, and so that didn't go good. So long story short, I've been through different families of rollers, and now I've got mason birds, and they're pure, if the integrity, and I'm sure it is. Some of them come by way of Al Luna. Al imported from George Mason, and then Ellis McDonald, and Ricky and Charlie Gonzalez in Phoenix. Great guys, sent me 8 pair, I guess it was, and I just put them in a kit box and put my training cage on top, and so they could come in and out, and I wasn't going to fly them. And when they paired up, I watched them when they paired up. I put them in a breeder loft. That's what you're going to see tomorrow.
Okay, well, Charlie did pretty good a couple of years ago with them, and there's a gentleman, he's out of them now, but Darrell Johnson out in Texas won the 11 bird with them, 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, so wish you luck with those tomorrow. Is there something special that you do with them to get them ready for a competition day? Or
Well, they're different than, I've had May birds and I've had all the different families. They're pretty easy. They fly the best on a mix. These birds are fly fit. They've been flying for an hour and a half, 2 hours, which I hope they don't tomorrow. But I've been feeding the individuals grains, but a mix. I measure it out, which I've never done before.
But they seem to do better with you, starting that, measuring it out?
Yes, they've been really, really hitting it. Since I've been doing this, and I kind of started it after I qualified. Before they were just getting my mix, which is peas, safflower, and wheat. I was throwing some barley in there, but my barley's 14% protein. So I have all my grains tested to see what the protein is, because it varies. Wheat can be from 8 to 18%. And my wheat right now is 13%. Then peas or whatever peas are, and safflower. And I measure it out, feed them each individual. When they clean up one, I give them another. And it's been working really well. But this weather has been real bearable. It was almost 90 2 days ago, and now you're here, what is it, 50 some degrees. So, and I just checked them. There's a few come down on the floor, but mostly they're content. So we'll see. We'll see how they do tomorrow.
Good deal.
Between Rick Shaning and the Gonzalez brothers has got what I got, and they're not. Rick's got the birds that are pretty much directly off the last imports from George, and I haven't intermingled those families yet. I'm flying them together, but they're all pure Masons, but from different stages of their life.
Okay, well, you never know then with that. So we want to definitely, we're giving all the qualifiers. Not everybody's getting one of these, but the qualifiers this year are getting a nice fancy coin, World Cup qualifier coin there, Mr.
Buddy.
Yeah, so congratulations again for making it, and
thank you.
And
that's awesome.
That's something to add to your
I'm thinking about drilling holes
trophies.
Wear it like this.
Somebody else said the same thing. Yeah, they were gonna maybe make it for their grandkids or something to say.
Well, I always thought that for the World Cup or for the NBRC, my wife just retired from Montana Silversmiths, and they make trophy buckles, and if I could get a pigeon on a buckle for a winner, even though it was that big around, I think it would really, really build a lot of and I don't know if I could ever get it done.
Yeah, to kind of wrap this up here, is there somebody that comes to mind to you that you just want to give a shout out to, and whether it's appreciation for helping you along the way somewhere? Somebody that comes to mind.
I mentioned it before, Rick Shaning, the Gonzalez brothers, and Gabe Glenn have been.
All right.
And I got lots of friends, but those guys have been. Rick Shaning is generous to a fault.
He said that before,
and we fly a tough region. We got world champions, and we got, master flyers, and
there you have it, guys. The three he mentioned: Rick Shaning, Charlie Gonzalez, I call him BBB, Bed Bath and Beyond Loft, and then Gabe Glenn. Those are two two new ones mentioned so far. So
They're done.
again, congratulations, Jeff. Good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you. All right. We'll give them a whirl.
Yes.